on the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield. This is Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quick Star. Also brought to you by Homewood Suites and Home 2. Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels. University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Iowa Corn. You might think Iowa just grows corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. Brought to you by Iowa's corn farmers of the Iowa Corn Growers Association and the Iowa Corn Promotion Board. Also brought to you by your Iowa John Deere dealers. John Deere loves to see the Hawkeyes do their thing, because if anyone can appreciate building a legacy, it's Deere. Hyatt Regency, caring for people so they can be their best. Mershman Seeds, your friend in the field. Oak Knoll Retirement Community, the Iowa City Area Sports Commission. And by Wellmark. You're listening to healthy coverage of the Iowa Hawkeyes from Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Now live, this is Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quick Star.
From Coralville Arena, and God, we're just making fun of Dortmund for getting Kelly Sheffield. They call him Shelly Keffield. Instead, I can't get Coralville, Iowa right. So from Coralville, Iowa, and Extreme Arena, it's time for Hawkeye Volleyball. Welcome to the Big Ten Open. It's not the Big Ten opener. Jeez, we're killing it here. Welcome to Big Ten Volleyball, where today the 10-3 Hawkeyes step up another weight class and take on the 8-1 Wisconsin Badgers. I'm John Evans, courtside at Extreme Arena, alongside my outstanding color analyst, Reagan Coyle. The Hawkeyes kicked off the Big Ten season with an impressive sweep over Maryland on Thursday. Charday Van Zandt had 14 kills, while Hannah Whittingstall had 9 to go along with 7 blocks. Claire Emerald had another double-double with 31 assists and 11 digs as Iowa hit 330 as a team and limited Maryland to 204 with 9 blocks. But the competition takes another step forward with the mighty Badgers in town. It's a different roster this year. No more Sarah Franklin, no more Devin Robinson, no more Anna Schmreck or Julia Orgel. But the 2025 Badgers are talented and still have some familiar names. Mimi Collier, the transfer from Oregon, has been amazing for the Badgers, and Charlie Ferberger runs the offense and distributes all over the court. Carter Booth and Alicia Andrew are imposing blockers, and Kristen Simon digs what gets through. It's a big test. It's the Badgers, number 7 Badgers, and the Hawkeyes from Extreme Arena in Coralville on a Sunday. Hi, Reagan.
Hello.
Welcome to Tongue Twister Central, I guess it is today.
We are here. It's a great crowd here at Extreme Arena. Lots of gold in the crowd. Decent amount of red, but we'll say the fans showed up for the gold out today.
Yeah, we were talking about that. I mean, Iowa's season high was 1,800 with Iowa State. This easily surpasses that number, and fortunately, while there's a good traveling contingent of Badgers, there is a lot of gold, and it's stretching out really all the way to the end zone and past kind of the end line. So 2,500 maybe. It's a good turnout for a Sunday afternoon. Iowa will have their hands full today with the Badgers. It's again, I mentioned a different squad than what Iowa has traditionally seen. You'll be used to a lot of the names. A lot of the names from the last 2, 3, 4 years aren't around anymore. But this Wisconsin team is loaded. Mimi Collier, the transfer, she's got averaging over 5 kills per set while hitting 344.
That's a great efficiency as an outside, and especially with how many swings she has on the year. Very tall Wisconsin team as well, and we were talking about this before the match, but they don't use too many defensive specialists. Who you see on the court is really who you're going to see spinning around. So will be interesting to see if, defense could be something the Iowa team can really utilize and kind of swing deep. Obviously, they have a nice tall front row, lots of big presence at the net for Wisconsin.
Short for Wisconsin, though, so we got a little different with no 6'9" Anna Schmreck, but Stojanovic, Warden, Marquardt in the back row for the Hawks. Stojanovic leaves and Mo Moisio comes in. Van Zandt, Emerald, Whittingstall in the front for Wisconsin. Viagic, Quest, Collier, Andrew, Furbringer, and Booth. Libero is Kristen Simon. Wisconsin will serve to get us started, and it will be Viagic to serve. Comes forward and pops it over. Warden, good pass to Emerald, pushes it outside. Van Zant, big swing, dug up in the back row. Push to the outside, tipped over. Warden's there. Emerald pushed it all the way across. It's behind Van Zant. She takes a good swing and scores. Hawks on the board first. It's 1-0.
It's great to see Van Zant start with a kill. The last match, you know, every set seemed to, she started with an error and then she kind of got her groove back. So great to see first ball kill for her.
She hit the sharp crosses out to the 4-5. Sarah Franklin knew that four seam really well. Tough pass to the right side. Ball goes over, dug by Whittingstall. Emerald pushed it back out to Van Zant. She goes over the block and over the inline. No touch called. She swapped the air around this time.
Right.
Tied at 1.
I like the high swing, though. She just tried to go up over the block just a little bit too long on the court.
Simon now to serve for the Badgers. Fires it over at Marquardt. Good ball to Emerald. Short ball to Stojanovic. Tipped it. And that's a good solid swing from Collier. Boy, I still have nightmares of that swing with Sarah Franklin. And now Collier comes in and does the same thing. I mean, that bounces in like the 3-4 spot. I mean, that's not even deep into the 4 spot.
Yeah, it's such a sharp swing.
Warden uses hands to Emerald. Stojanovic gets a swing that time. Again, no touch called. 3-1 on the hitting error. Just a little behind her and kind of pushed it out of bounds.
Just a little bit. Yeah, I like the quick tempo set there, and Emerald pulled the block to jump with her a little bit.
Simon catches the sideline. Warden thought it was out, didn't get her foot to the line, and just kind of chased it a little bit. 4-1. Iowa makes just a small switch so that Warden can see right down that line a little better. Goes right to her again. Bad pass. Moisio takes it. Van Zant off the net. Sends it well out of bounds. Hawks a little tight here in the early going. It's 5-1 Badgers.
A little tight, yeah. Just a few hitting errors that are wide. Definitely controllable. If the ball's out of system, just got to get it up and over just to keep it in play.
Marquardt steps into Emerald. Emerald takes a rip. Dug up by Viagic. Collier sends it just out of bounds. Hawks catch a break on the Collier error.
I think Wisconsin might challenge that.
Shelly Kelfield gives the C signal over.
Shelly Kelfield. I know, it's going to be hard not to think that as his name today since it's in my brain. They just swapped the first two letters announcing the starting lineup earlier.
When the Hawkeye PA announcer was announcing the Badgers and then announcing Coach Sheffield, she flipped and transposed the names. And so, yeah, that's the once you get that in your brain, it'll be hard to get out. But that ball was in. That was kind of what I was
thinking that too.
And it didn't take long either. 6-1 on the Collier kill. So she has 2 here in the early going. Iowa needs a pass. They need get it started with a good pass and see if you can get it turned around here a little bit. Simon's been aggressive on the line here. She is again. Marquardt, a little off the net to Emerald. Short ball to Van Zant. Tips. Boy, that was good hustle from the Badgers. Collier touched it. Furbringer touched it. Couldn't get the third ball over there from Quest. So give the kill to Van Zant. 6-2.
See if Iowa can string a few points together to bring it a little closer.
Yeah, you're probably not going to get 5 in a row, so you're going to have to kind of just sneak away here. Middle attack knocked over. Good dig from Marquardt. Emerald outside to Van Zant. Chops it over. Boy, that was just a change up kind of off the side of her hand. 6-3.
Yeah, definitely not an intentional hit there in the campfire for Van Zant. And I saw Van Zant mention something to Emerald. Hey, can you get me a little tighter? Van Zant loves that tight ball. She's so athletic. She can just get up and over the block on those swings.
Emerald sends a big high floater over, but an easy ball for the Badgers. Middle attack. Speaking of up and over the block, that was Andrew. Wisconsin doesn't use the middles a ton, but since Grace Egan's been out, they've got Booth and Andrew in a little bit more. Quest to serve. Good ball right to Emerald. Behind her to Van Zant, but she tips it right to Simon. Tipped over by Furbringer. Moisio dumps it over. Boy, but right to Quest. High off the block on the Iowa side. Varez tried to dig it up and couldn't.
I bet Moisio might want that ball back. You really can't take the ball over on an easy free ball like that if you're Moisio. With a team like Wisconsin, they're going to do something with that ball, and it's going to be hard to defend.
Yeah, if you're gonna tip it over, you've really got to go to an area and create some issue. Marquardt overpass, catches a break though. Wisconsin can't swing at it. Back row, right down the pipe. That's Viagic, and that's what we talked about when you've got so many options that stay in the match the whole time. 9-3 Wisconsin, timeout Iowa. We'll take 60 seconds. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
Life's busy. Quickstar makes it easier. From fresh hot coffee to delicious bakery treats and quick grab-and-go meals and snacks, we've got what you need when you're on the run. Top off your tank with Quickstar's fully guaranteed fuel to keep you moving. Plus, enjoy added perks like free ATMs and complimentary air for your tires. Convenience, savings, and a see you next time with a smile. We're your go-to for everything you need to keep your day on track, because your comfort and cravings deserve the best. Stop into Quickstar today.
Can you think of anything that costs the same today as it did 10 years ago? There isn't much. That is, unless you're a Mid-American Energy customer. Thanks to all the renewable energy we're generating, hourly the same rate for electricity today as they did back when we were all singing, "Call Me Maybe." And with Mid-American making even more investments in clean energy, you can count on enjoying those same affordable rates for the next decade. Now that's obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
John Evans and Reagan Coyle back here at Extreme Arena. Quickstar is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye Volleyball. Find the nearest Quickstar location at quickstar.com. We talk all the time about starting on time. Iowa didn't start on time yet. Trail the Badgers 9-3.
Just a passing game right now for Iowa. Needs a good pass. Right now, Amaril's running all over the court, just trying to get a good ball up to her hitters.
Serve comes over from Quest. Moisio, middle of the floor. Emerald's right side. Van Zant through the block. Dug up by Viagic. Back row, that's blocked. Quest on the back row attack. Then out to Collier. Off the block. Dug by Marquardt. High ball, middle of the floor. Emerald outside to Varez. Off the block. Dug by Viagic. Tipped over by Collier. Emerald tight ball. Good save. Stojanovic dunks it right down on Furbringer. Collier off the net. Rolls it over. And Moisio can't control it with one hand. Boy, and that is, you've got to key on Collier because she is so good and such a threat. And then in this rotation, you've got Viagic and Quest running white and blue.
Yep, it's definitely tough on Iowa's block.
Moisio, good pass. Stojanovic is blocked one-on-one. That's Andrew that gets the best of Stojanovic there. It's 11-3. Peyton Young, the freshman, will come in for Stojanovic.
Sometimes helps just to get a different look.
Serve is a beauty. Moisio passes it over Emerald's head. She couldn't quite touch it. 12-3. Second ace serve for the Badgers.
Yeah, the service pressure by the Badgers right now, making it really tough for Iowa to pass a good ball.
Iowa returning now with two. Bad pass again, but that turns out all right. Van Zant goes sharp cross, misses. If you're Iowa, you have 5 hitting errors and there's only 1 block. And Coach Barnes will call the second timeout of the set. We'll go ahead and take it as well. 13-3 Badgers. Let's take 60 seconds. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
Farmers are constantly chasing more yield and greater consistency. Check out Merchman Seeds Power Core Enlist Corn. Here's Ben Pieper, our product manager.
Power Core Enlist corn hybrids are the fastest growing traits in growers' fields right now. Farmers know that we are choosing the right hybrids for the right acres to put more corn in their hopper at harvest. Combine that with Merchman Seeds starting line seed treatment, growers are finding that high yielding consistency that they're looking for.
Contact your local Merchman Seeds dealer today and ask them about Power Core Enlist Corn from Merchman Seeds, your friend in the field.
We love it when the Hawkeyes do their thing, because if there's anyone who can appreciate building a legacy, it's John Deere. We've been growing our team since 1837, recruiting the best thinkers, doers, and makers to craft innovations that outpace the competition. Because whether it's cultivating the earth with a tractor or reshaping it with a 40-ton excavator, the machines we build are building America. Nothing runs like a Deere.
We're back at Extreme Arena here in Coralville. John Evans, Reagan Coyle. We started on time. The Badgers started on time. Iowa's given up a 7-0 run and a 6-0 run, though. And it's 13-3 Wisconsin.
Iowa just really having a tough time passing. Wisconsin's not doing anything super special. They're really just serving and just keeping the play alive.
Quest, good serve. Marquardt, Amaral outside to Varez. Big swing off the block, dug by Simon. Collier uses hands, good ball. Moisey, oh no. Varez is called in the net on a back row swing, back row blue swing from Quest that she was really just kind of putting in play over. 14-3. Marquardt, good ball to Amaral. Peyton Young. Boy, Simon, great dig. That ball comes over the net, so it is a double contact. Furbringer pushed it up in the air. If Collier could have got to it first, she'd have been fine, but when Van Zandt gets to it first, it makes a double contact.
And there's Andrew, a middle again, trying to make her setter dreams come true. Couldn't quite get an assist on that one.
Van Zandt to serve, 14-4. Bad pass from Warren. Knocked over. Van Zandt takes it. Amaral, Peyton Young. Boy, that's a good dig from Warren. Varez, Amaral back behind her. McGrew, great tip, finds the spot. Right in the one spot, Viagic made a great diving play but couldn't get there, 14-5.
Yeah, beautiful tip by McGrew. She has really improved her smart shot as early in this season. Just a great idea.
Hawkeye front row now is freshman. Van Zandt, good serve at Warren, but a great pass. Back row into the net from Viagic, 14-6.
Not going to get too many free points from Wisconsin, so you got to take them when you can.
I just want to kind of start building. See if you just chip away here. Van Zandt, great serve. Simon stepped in and took it. Collier off the net. The problem is Iowa's been stuck in these rotations, and Collier will finally go to the back row now. She's been a problem, but not exclusively. But she does have 5 kills already and 15 points.
And they will still find her in the back row as well, so I think she unfortunately might continue to be a problem.
Yes, absolutely. Mimi to serve. Bad pass from Mo. Barrett, good pass outside to McGrew. Chop goes over, Viagic gets it. Right side slide. Moisio, tight ball to Amaral. Right side to Varez. That's a good swing through the block and scores.
Really trusting the outside hand of Andrew there. She was right there in front of Varez, but Varez used good IQ there and just found some space on the right side of the block, right into zone 6.
15-7. Moisio now to serve. Sends a floater over. Warren steps up to take it. Right side slide off the block. Moisio with one hand. Whittingstall. Amaral knocks it over to the deep part of the court. That ball's tight. Oh, boy. Setters always win.
Setters always win. Yeah, Furbringer was up second on that ball, and even against Whittingstall and Varez on the net. Doesn't matter the height. Setters always up second will win that joust every time.
And Whittingstall kind of had to take it from behind her. The ball got behind her head, so as she pushed it forward, her momentum was gone. Furbringer, great job with the second push. Gets the kill, 16-7. Wardlow to serve now. Good strong serve there. Another tight ball. Whittingstall has to tip, dug by Warren. A lot of traffic. Tipped over, blocked. Pushed over, back row, Collier. That one's out.
I was going to say out, but then also I think Collier got a little piece of that line on the back row attack potentially as well. Definitely could have challenged it if the ball landed in.
Varez leaves, Warden comes back in. All right, so Iowa has at least settled it down now. Now see if you can start to press back and put some pressure. Warden, good solid serve, bad pass from Warren. Big swing though, ball's up in the air. Gia takes it, and Barrett, the new left side hitter, platforms it out of bounds. That you don't like to see.
That we don't like to see, and especially against a team like Wisconsin. When we're down by this many, we can't have those types of errors. Otherwise, Wisconsin's going to take advantage of them for sure.
17-8, Furbringer now back to serve. Good solid serve at Warden. Amaral pushes it outside to McGrew. Sends it over the block, catches the line. Well placed there, right in the corner, right in front of Coach Sheffield.
Definitely, it just dropped there in zone 5. All of her momentum, the ball was kind of behind her when she went to attack that ball, and she just had really great spin on it. Just found its way on the court.
Van Zandt and Marquardt re-enter. Jamie will serve. Marquardt hops forward and fires it. Good ball from Simon. Oh, actually overpass from Simon, my fault. Now it's going to get platformed back, and it comes to the Iowa side. Warden takes it. Amaral goes up. Boy, pushes a bad ball to Van Zandt. In system is Wisconsin. That's sailed out of bounds by Quest. Hawks catch a break there. That was not a well-played point, and Coach Sheffield not real pleased. He'll actually use a timeout. 17-10, Iowa just hanging around here. We'll take 60 seconds. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
You asked for all the extreme internet performance at an all-in price, and we listened. Get 1 gig internet with a 2-year price lock and everything included. Unlimited data for non-stop streaming, powerful Wi-Fi for enhanced coverage, built-in online threat protection, and internet equipment. All for just $65 a month for 2 years. It's the extreme 1 gig internet deal you asked for. Call 844-4FASTER or visit extreme.com for details. Offer available to new customers only. Price doesn't include one-time charges, tax, and government fees.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 58 years. Oak Knoll is located near the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We are a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
Extreme Arena here in Coralville, Iowa. I'm John Evans alongside Reagan Coyle. Hawkeye Volleyball is proud to be sponsored by Quickstar. They are the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye Volleyball. Find the nearest Quickstar location at quickstar.com. 17-10 Badgers here in the first. Jamie Marquardt to serve for the Hawkeyes. Jamie sends it out of bounds. Fired it right at the line judge, who deftly moved out of the way right at the end. 18-10. We've completed a lap, and it's been all Badgers. Vjagic now to serve for the second time this match. Goes at Marquardt. Good ball to Amaral. Whittingstall knocked it right to Furbringer. Good ball outside Collier. Dug by Moisio. Amaral takes a swing and scores. Perfect ball from Moisio. Put it right on the tape.
That was a perfect dig by Moisio. It's not easy to dig Collier on that ball. She was right there. Amaral didn't even have to take a step, and she took a rip on that ball. Wisconsin defense was not ready.
18-11, Whittingstall now to serve. Hannah sends a floater at the corner. Collier, not a great ball. Middle attack from Booth. Ooh. Iowa had Delaney McSweeney a few years ago, and I never thought Iowa utilized her height right. Carter Booth is 6'7", and didn't really utilize her height there, but man, that had a lot of power behind it.
It did, yeah. Just hit right on the top of the tape.
Kristen Simon knocks the serve over the inline. Hawks get her off the line a little quicker this time, 19-12. Varez re-enters, Warden leaves. See if the Hawks can find a couple points in a row here. Amaral to serve. Claire pops the floater over. Collier, tight ball, right side swing. Block was late, and Van Zant just slowed it down, unfortunately, in front of Moisio.
Yeah, Peyton Young just got caught jumping a little bit with Wisconsin's middle. A little late to close.
Madison Quest to serve. Good ball from Marquardt. Amaral. Van Zant. The ball's bouncing, and Alicia Andrew looks, or the net's bouncing, and Alicia Andrew looks over going, what? Like somebody did.
Somebody hit it.
I don't care who did it, but somebody did it. We can negotiate who did it. It may not have been you, but it is still bouncing. 20-13. Sharday Van Zant to serve. Gia McGrew came back into the front. Boy, that's off the tape. Good play from Andrew there. High ball off the block. Van Zant, tight ball. Tipped over by Young. Right side slide off the block. Good play from Iowa. Pushed all the way across. Short ball to Collier. Good defense there from Young and Varez, but unfortunately the power of Collier got it through the block. 21-13.
Have really good patience by Iowa's blockers. They're getting really positive touches on Wisconsin swings right now. Unlucky touch there by Varez. Collier was definitely going high hands, just trying to do something different, try to go off the block.
She got pulled inside the court a little. Furbringer didn't get it all the way out to her, trying to push it across the court. Collier now will serve. Did David just call a touch on himself?
I think so.
The line judge was hitting the foot, called a touch on himself. I love it. 21-14. Moisio serves it right down the line at Warren. Bad pass again. Back row attack from Collier off the block. Boy, tough break there again.
And there's that back row attack. You know, unlucky touch as a middle blocker. It just takes a little bit more patience blocking those back row attacks to just avoid getting tooled like that on your way down.
Just such good power from Collier, too, able to force it through. Wardlow now to serve. Good ball from Moisio. Amaral behind her to Varez. Good sharp cross there, finds the score. 22-15.
Great to see Varez get going. That's her second kill on the night. It's been a little bit quiet on the right side for her, but she's so powerful, and she had a nice seam to hit through. Just found zone one. Gets a little momentum going into the late first set here.
Warden back in to serve for Varez. She serves across. Viagic. Good ball. Back row to Collier. Dug by Warden, but out of bounds on the Wisconsin side. God, I thought when we got rid of Sarah Franklin, life would be easier with the Badgers, but I mean, not easy. I didn't say that, but Collier is, she's a handful.
She is, yeah.
Half. Furbringer to serve. It's 23-15 Wisconsin. Warden, tight ball. Amaral with one hand. Whittingstall throws it over. Dug by Furbringer. Shoved over. Whittingstall. Amaral, smart play there. Carter Booth was right on top of her, but went at a little bit of an angle, and so it was able to just kind of bleed off Booth's arm.
Yeah, Amaral used all of her strength there. She hit it, and she kind of twisted it in the air just to tool off Booth's left hand to use her block kind of on that attack.
Yeah, if she would have hit it right into her, Booth was going to return to sender, but was able to, almost 270 around. Boy, not a good time for a Jamie Marquardt service there. It's now a bunch of set points for Wisconsin. It's 24-16. Viagic now back to serve. That was a better lap for Iowa, but still down. Viagic sends a floater. Boy, that was an absolutely fantastic serve as she dropped it right in the 3 spot. Third ace of the set. Wisconsin takes set one, 25-16.
Saw some good moments in Iowa there. Just didn't help those big scoring runs that Wisconsin had. I was constantly kind of fighting to keep up. But like I said, saw some really great moments, and I think it'll be nice to have a kind of a set 2 reset.
Yeah, 13-3. You're going to have a hard time digging out of that hole, but Iowa played even the back half of the set. See if they respond here in set 2. Let's take 2 minutes. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
You asked for all the extreme internet performance at an all-in price, and we listened. Get 1 gig internet with a 2-year price lock and everything included. Unlimited data for non-stop streaming, powerful Wi-Fi for enhanced coverage, built-in online threat protection, and internet equipment. All for just $65 a month for 2 years. It's the extreme 1 gig internet deal you asked for. Call 844-4FASTER or visit extreme.com for details. Offer available to new customers only. Price doesn't include one-time charges, tax, and government fees.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 58 years. Oak Knoll is located near the University of Iowa Hospitals and Clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We are a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
Hello, Iowa. Here's a promise. Wherever you are in this great state, University of Iowa Healthcare is here for you, even if you never walk through our doors. Educating, caring, leading research, sharing our expertise with all. Because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment, knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to wellmark.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
John Evans and Reagan Coyle back here at Extreme Arena. Badgers started fast in set one and then just kind of like a big brother, little brother thing, just held Iowa off for the rest of the set. Quickstar is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye Volleyball. Find the nearest Quickstar location at quickstar.com. So, Coach Coyle, you head to the huddle over there. Do you just basically tell your team, hey, come on, we're better than that, flush it? Or do you have something technical you're working on? What are you telling your squad?
A little bit of the first you got there. We're better than that, let's flush it. But then also, I think it's really got to be on Iowa's passing line right now. They fell apart, and that was the reason for the big service runs by Wisconsin. So they're going to keep their foot on the gas on the service line for Wisconsin. Every one of their servers, sends it over with some pace. It's going to be important for Iowa's passing line to side out a little bit better, get Iowa's offense rolling. This first set here, Iowa only hit 118, just out of system a lot.
All 6 of those errors, though, came early in the set.
Mm-hmm.
Five of them were no blocks. Wisconsin had the only block of the first set, but Iowa hit a lot of balls out, and so just see if they can make an adjustment there. Same starting lineup, so Sasha Stojanovic back into the rotation now. Just kind of give her the quick reset there. Same lineup for the Badgers as well. And Iowa will serve with Jamie Marquardt to start set 2. Jamie hops forward, good serve off the tape. Good pass from Collier though. Middle attack, Booth high off the block. Moisio's there. Amaral fights through traffic. Van Zant short approach. Dug by Collier, she's on the ground. Right side swing, Quest high off the block and scores.
Good use by Quest off the block. Unlucky if you're Iowa trying to chase that ball down after the touch.
Freshman, she's from Divine Savior Holy Angels. That's a high school. Simon to serve. Warden uses hands, tight ball. Amaral loses the joust, gets it back over. Iowa just has to knock it across though, so look out now. Right side, Quest. Boy, that is a no-chancer there as Whittingstall's late. Marquardt, I'm not even sure if she could see it coming through there. Had a great angle through the block, scores into the one corner, 2-0 Badgers.
Yeah, and Quest had a nice big seam to hit through there.
Simon again. Moisio, good ball this time. Pushed across to Van Zant. Blocked onto the Wisconsin side. Furbringer pushes back row. Viagic blocked back to the Wisconsin side, but now they're in system. Collier dug up by Moisio. Great ball. Slide to Whittingstall. Dug by Furbringer. Collier on 2. Great dig from Marquardt. Amaral across. Van Zant. What a dig from Simon. That ball still at, oh boy. Great play there. Quest and Furbringer kept that ball alive. Unfortunately, when Alicia Andrew tried to make the second contact, she got into the bottom of the net. Iowa gets the point, but boy, Iowa's got to work really hard to score a point right now.
Definitely. Yeah, it's hard to get a ball down on Wisconsin's side. Both defense really on both sides of the net tonight.
Whittingstall sends the serve over. Good ball from Viagic. Middle attacks. Boy, Iowa block was there, but just couldn't press over, and Andrew gets the kill. 3-1.
Yeah, Amaral was up and she was ready, but Andrew found space between Amaral's hands and the net on Iowa's side.
Quest now to serve. Another solid serve. Moisio, decent pass all the way across to Van Zant. She tips high, though. Quest gets it all the way across to Collier. Again, I've seen that swing too many times from a Wisconsin hitter. She just fires it right into the 4 spot. There's no chance. Moisio had kind of shifted up into the 4-5 seam, but that ball is so tight to the net.
It is at 4-4. It's lethal.
Quest, good strong serve there. Another overpass. Good block from Amaral. Back row Quest. That is 1-to-1 corner there. 5-1 Wisconsin again. That's not even a fastball. That's just really good positioning from Quest.
It is, yeah, really smart shot. She found an open spot and found the floor.
Serves it over again. Diving play from Marquardt. Van Zant out of system, dug by Simon. Amaral, big swing, but big block. Marquardt. Amaral, tight ball, gets the dunk. Collier was there. Amaral goes over her head and is able to flip it into the 4 spot from the middle of the floor. 5-2.
Yeah, I haven't seen her dump that direction yet tonight, so caught Wisconsin's defense a little off guard, and nobody was there behind Collier.
Yeah, she kind of had no chance. Mimi was up with her. Claire knocks the serve over. Warren, bad pass. Hitting error there gives the Hawks the point. 5-3.
Do have a DS in for Wisconsin, Warren, number 16.
She came in for Quest. Iowa's been serving her pretty aggressively. Good set there. Boy, Amaral cheated up on the Collier tip, and unfortunately then Collier power tipped it, went right to the corner over her head, 6-3.
These takes one of the back row options out for the Badgers on this side with the DS in.
And now you've got Collier in the back row, so you're pretty
well.
You've got pretty much
yes.
the only option you need. Collier right down the line at Van Zant. Amaral chases it down. Varez from the left has to tip. Vajagic gets it. There's back row for Collier. And she's blocked. Hawks were able to see it because you had Vajagic on the ground, so Iowa got the triple set up. Closed off the angles there. Get the block on Collier. 6-4 Wisconsin.
Yeah, triple block, and Varez was on the left side there. Got every piece of that ball. Good patience by her.
Van Zant to serve. Charday pops it over at Warren. Another bad pass. Vajagic rolls it over. Amaral high ball, but behind the floor. McGrew knocks it over at Simon. Tight ball, no block. Iowa gets hands on it and will just knock it over. Simon chases it down. Furbringer middle of the floor, dumps it over. Iowa gets it in the air, tipped over. Furbringer pushed it outside. That ball is out. Hawks make Wisconsin work hard, and Wisconsin makes an error. 6-5 Badgers.
Like you said earlier, Iowa has to work really hard to score points against a team like Wisconsin. The ball, these rallies are just going to keep getting longer and longer. Both defense played on both sides.
If you're going to beat a high-level team, you're going to have to match a high-level team's effort. And so if you're even going to compete with a with a high-level team, so Iowa's showing a little bit more of that here in set 2. It's 6-5. Warren steps in and Simon took that one. Dig by Moisio. Amaral right side, tight ball to Varez. Goes off the block and scores. Iowa's come back. We're tied at 6.
Great use by Varez. Just swings super high. Just able to use those high hands and really hard for the defense to track down that ball on Wisconsin's side.
Van Zandt pops a strong serve over. That's a bad pass. That'll go. That ball is up and not quite over. Good hustle there by Furbringer. A serve for Iowa. Hawks have the lead. Quest is going to come in now for Warren because Iowa picking on her, creating all kinds of problems in the back row.
Love the service pressure by Van Zandt right now, causing Wisconsin to be out of system.
So they'll push Quest out. Collier will step in and receive serve. And they'll go right at Simon. Much better ball. Pushed outside Viagic. Boy, that ball was not a great set to her, and she powered it through the block. Tied at 7. Wardlow comes in as the serving sub for Andrew. Barrett came in for Sharday Van Zandt. Wardlow, man, that's a great serve. Barrett, bad pass. Moisio, McGrew off the net, sends it over the end line.
Really great serve by Wardlow. 6'4" serving sub, but when you have that height, that ball, it just drops.
Yeah, she just kind of served it down. We talk about it with Whittingstall every once in a while, but yeah, she did that strong serve again. Amaral right side of Varez. Sends it over the block, no touch. All right, if you're Iowa now, you've got to settle yourself in here. 9-7 Badgers. Yeah, this is a great serve from Wardlow. Just gets on top of it, just barely clips the top of the tape. But just like Hannah Whittingstall, every once in a while she gets under one and sends it over the end line.
High risk, high reward serve for sure.
9-8. And with Stojanovic staying in the match, or being back in the match this time, she will now serve for the Hawkeyes. She was really good Thursday night. Goes at Viagic. Oh. Whittingstall jumped up with Furbringer, but didn't jump up really on her hand.
Yeah, Furbringer took that down kind of like a power tip with her left hand, just right in that 2 spot on the court.
A friendly definition for a throw, but it's 10-8 Badgers. Usually if you change that much direction, that's how you can get called for that. Right side, off the block is Varez. Good play by Simon. Outside Collier from the back. Boy, it looked like somebody was in the net. Varez didn't really kind of jump to push that over.
Yeah, it looked like she thought the play was going to stop at some point, maybe with a net call, but it's kind of an odd move by her.
Yeah, play to the whistle. Don't assume. 11-8 Badgers. Furbringer to serve. Goes at Moisio. Overpass. Boy, that's another one that looks like it's in the net.
I thought so too.
Now, whether it was the ball or not, I couldn't tell. Coach Barnes asking, and he's going to challenge. Kind of the same way. And you talked about that Thursday night with sometimes those balls are hard, especially when they're right on the tape. Your tendency, Wisconsin didn't try to hit that ball, but you're still, when you push it back over, sometimes your tendency is to get into the net.
Yeah, and sometimes it's after you contact the ball, so you're pressing, you're over the net, you're trying to take that ball away. And you might catch it on your way down even after you hit the ball.
Well, especially when it's tight and low to the net.
Yeah.
Another quick review, so it's either really obvious one way or the other.
Number 1.
Point Iowa on the reversal. Viagic in the net.
Which is funny because she was the most confident person on Wisconsin's floor that she was not in the net.
Isn't that the way you sell it? It wasn't me. And she's still confident about it.
She's still, I didn't.
Coach Sheffield asked. He got the answer from the down referee, was told it was Viagic. Coach Sheffield told her, and she's like, I don't think so. Warden sends the serve over. Simon, bad pass. Good play by Furbringer, though. Wow, what a ball. Amaral slide to Whittingstall, off the block, but out of bounds. Hawks will score.
That was a crazy play by Furbringer. She throws her left arm out the ball just to get it back into the court in play. It ends up being a great out-of-system set to Quest.
Perfect set to Quest on that somehow. 11-10 Wisconsin. Warden goes right to Viagic. Viagic from the right side goes down the line and misses. We're tied at 11 again. Warden again. Collier, tight ball. There's your power tip from Viagic. McGrew had the block set up on the pin. Whittingstall was late. Viagic saw the seam and went right through it.
Yeah, just found a spot on the floor right in front of Amaral, too. Since it was a power tip, it was really hard for Amaral to make a move and get even a hand on it.
Viagic now to serve. 12-11 Wisconsin. Well, that's another really good serve. Amaral pushed it out to McGrew, but it's behind her. She chops it over. Diving play from Viagic. Collier from the left. Through the block. McGrew gets self-defense hands on it. 13-11.
McGrew was in the right spot, but I don't think she was quite ready for that ball to come so sharp over the net. It's hard to be ready when it does cut that.
I'm gonna guess that Gia has not seen a ball come at that angle that fast before.
Her platform wasn't even quite together, so she was able to pop it up, but it just went behind her.
Van Zandt has some of that, but it's still a little different from Mimi. So 13-11, Viagic to serve. Sends a floater this time, taken up. Amaral slaps it over, dug by Furbringer. Look out, oh, that ball's tight. McGrew, good dig. Amaral to McGrew, who's on the ground. Good tip from McGrew, but a good dig from Viagic. Booth, great tip. Warden, outside to McGrew. Dug by Simon. Furbringer, high platform. What a ball to Collier. She misses over the inline, but touch called. What a ball from Furbringer off the platform.
Wisconsin is so great out of system.
What helps when you've got Collier, too.
Definitely, and just lots of options, front row and back row as well.
Yeah. Viagic to serve, 14-11. Barrett, good ball to Amaral. Slide to Whittingstall. Booth was actually blocking the left side, so when Whittingstall hit the slide, she hits it right into 6'7" Carter Booth, sends it back. Would have been out of bounds, but it ends up hitting Whittingstall. 15-11 Badgers will take the TV timeout. 60 seconds. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
You power your day with passion and purpose. It's the same for Alliant Energy. We're modernizing the grid, blending new, renewable, and traditional energy sources to meet growing demand safely and reliably. We're rising to the challenge to meet your energy needs today and for generations to come. Visit alliantenergy.com/poweringbeyond to learn more.
Cancer doesn't care. It doesn't care what you look like, how old you are, what you do, or where you live. We do. University of Iowa Healthcare is doing more to beat cancer than anyone in the state. From second opinions to life-saving treatments that happen here first. We lead the way in research, training, and care because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
John Evans and Reagan Coyle back here at Extreme Arena, where the second set's been kind of pushes and pulls. Wisconsin pushing right now. They're ahead 15-11, middle of the second set.
Just a few unforced errors on Iowa's side, the difference in the score here. Otherwise, it's been pretty back and forth. Lots of long rallies, great defense on both sides, and Iowa spreading their offense out really nice. Would be great to see that our middles get involved more, but that's going to require some good passing.
The difference in the match is clearly, I mean, there's a lot of things, but you just look at purely from a number standpoint, the difference is Mimi Collier.
Yeah.
She has 13 kills. Iowa has 13 kills. The rest of Wisconsin has 13 kills. Barrett, tough ball. Amaral out to McGrew. Good sharp cross. Dug up by Simon again. And another great ball from Furbringer. Gets a swing, but McGrew off the net. Rolls it over. Viagic. Booth. Hawks get that in the air. McGrew tip. Dug by Viagic again. Right side for Quest. Over the block. No touch. I kind of thought so. The whole Wisconsin bench kind of thinks so, and we'll get a challenge.
Not sure if it's the setter-hitter connection right now on Iowa's side. A lot of balls are getting tipped over to Wisconsin side, and they're using that and coming with some firepower right back. Would be good to maybe clean that up a little bit and get some more powerful swings off of Iowa's offense.
Well, you're not going to be able to tip and keep giving Wisconsin. There was clearly a touch here. That took him. That might have been a world record review. So we've had 3 challenges. All 3 have been successful. So 16-11. It kind of did. That ball was right in front of us. It looked like it kind of ramped up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very quick challenges tonight.
Yeah, Dane does a great job queuing it up, and unfortunately for the line judges, they've been incredibly obvious. Viagic floats it over. Whittingstall takes it. Amaral outside to McGrew. That was a more powerful swing, but Viagic is in the right spot. Collier dug by Moisio. Overpass. Booth. Moisio again. Amaral blocked by Booth. Amaral covers herself. Moisio behind her to McGrew. Sharp cross goes wide.
Tough break. I love the swings by McGrew, though. Less tipping in that rally and just high risk, high reward when you just swing away. Going to get a few out of bounds.
17-11 Wisconsin. Timeout Iowa. 60 seconds. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments, they're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment, knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to wellmark.com/everymoment to find a plan right for you.
Unwind in style at Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, where luxury and excitement come together. Tee off on a world-class golf course, savor gourmet dining, and enjoy premier entertainment and amenities that are second to none. Feeling lucky? Hit the slots or try your hand at our table games. There's always action on the floor. Whether you're here to relax, play, or indulge, Riverside offers more than just a getaway. It's an unforgettable experience. Visit Riverside Casino and Resort.com to learn more.
Welcome back to Extreme Arena. John Evans, Reagan Coyle, Wisconsin with a touchdown, lead 17-11. Now they're going to come out to try to kick the extra point. 6 straight from the Badgers. Hopefully Iowa can block the extra point and start a run of their own.
Right now, both teams have 62 swings, but right now Wisconsin has 27 kills, Iowa only 13, hitting .048. Getting it done on Iowa's side.
Well, 62 swings. Wisconsin has 8 errors. Iowa has 10.
Mm-hmm.
It's the kill numbers.
Mm-hmm.
13 for Iowa, 27 for the Badgers. Viagic to serve yet again. Moisio, great ball to Amaral. Short slide to Whittingstall is double blocked. And Iowa frozen in place on the coverage. 18-11. The extra point is good. Boy, that is a 6-0 run, a 7-0 run, and another 7-0 run for the Badgers. Barrett, not a good pass. See what Iowa, oh boy, not a good second ball from Warden. Iowa keeps it in play somehow. Booth. 8-0 run for the Badgers, 19-11.
Iowa brings McGrew back and hides Barron in the service line.
Another floater. Whittingstall takes it. Amaral dumps it over. Simon is there. Booth. That ball's in the air, but a little bit of a panic.
Yeah, Whittingstall able to get a piece of that ball, slow it down a little bit. A little bit of panic on Amaral's. Once it hit her, she kind of just threw her platform out to get something on it.
Coach Barnes will call his second timeout. And just because I don't want to talk about the last 2 points, we're going to take 60 more seconds. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
Life moves fast. Quick Start keeps up. Whether it's fresh coffee, a bakery treat, or take-home meals that make life easier, we've got everything you need right here. While you're fueling up with our fully guaranteed gasoline, we've got great services like free ATMs and free air. Always clean stores, clean restrooms, and a smile for your day. Hey, we're all about saving you time, money, and making life easier. Quick Star's here for you. Whenever you need us, we got you covered.
Hello, Iowa. Here's a promise. Wherever you are in this great state, University of Iowa Healthcare is here for you, even if you never walk through our doors. Educating, caring, leading research, sharing our expertise with all. Because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
Quickstar is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye Volleyball. Find the nearest Quickstar location at quickstar.com. I was having more fun 3 timeouts ago.
I sure was too.
And unfortunately, those 3 timeouts have come within 5 points here as Wisconsin, well, I don't even know what they're trying to add now. The field goal on top of the touchdown they just scored, a 9-0 scoring run. This was 11-all. Good back and forth battle. Biagic has dominated from the service line. McGrew catches the line as the Wisconsin defense finally shows just a bit of weakness there as Furbringer looks at Biagic.
Good to see McGrew finally connect on one. She's had a few errors out of bounds, lots of tips and roll shots up there, so it's good to see her finally get a swing put down.
20-12, Marquardt now to serve. Good strong serve. Bad pass from Simon, but another, well, tight ball. That ball caught the line. I think Iowa actually touched it, so probably a good thing it fell inbounds. Not sure how that'll get scored, whether that's a Amaral Whittingstall kill block. It would be the toughest error for Collier, but they did give a block. Good serve from Marquardt. Simon again, tight ball to Furbringer. Right side, good block from Van Zandt. Great pass from Simon. And Booth knocks it off Whittingstall's head into the front row, 21-13. Kristen Simon to serve. Warden. Amaral chases it down. Van Zandt tools it off Quest's outside hand and scores.
Really good use by Van Zandt. Right off Quest's right hand. Swipes it for the tool.
21-14. Whittingstall, good serve. Biagic, good pass. Boy, what a ball to Andrew. And what a tip. That ball, again, really low. She just kind of took it, pulled the, if you picture pulling the arrow back, or the bow back, and then she just poked it right over top of the block, 22-14.
Yeah, she really got underneath it, and it had a lot of air on it before it dropped in the campfire.
Quest. Bad pass, good hands from Stojanovic, keeps the play alive. Simon, outside to Collier. Dug by, can't see who that was dug by. I think, boy, the overpass though from Iowa gives Furbringer the easy kill.
Yeah, Iowa just having a really tough time putting any offense together on their side. Lots of out-of-system passing.
Quest, great serve again. Amaral outside of Van Zandt. Boy, and that is exactly what you want if you're Iowa. In system, Van Zandt against Furbringer, and she misses wide, 24-14. Quest. Good ball to Amaral. And Andrew sat right on her left hand and sent that right back down, 25-14. The Badgers end the set on a 14-3 run.
Yeah, Andrew read that ball like a book. She was up, pressed over the net before Amaral. Tough get. I love the aggression from Amaral, but unfortunately, Wisconsin's scoring runs in that set were deadly.
2-0. Wisconsin leads the match. We'll take 2 minutes. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
Life moves fast. Quick Start keeps up. Whether it's fresh coffee, a bakery treat, or take-home meals that make life easier, we've got everything you need right here. While you're fueling up with our fully guaranteed gasoline, we've got great services like free ATMs and free air. Always clean stores, clean restrooms, and a smile for your day. Hey, we're all about saving you time, money, and making life easier. Quick Star's here for you. Whenever you need us, we got you covered.
At Mid-American Energy, our 1.6 million customers depend on our energy 24/7. That's why we work 24/7 to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need. To keep our 99.9% reliability record, we're enhancing our technology, improving resiliency, and investing in critical infrastructure. We're generating power from all available resources to cover any increases in demand. And we're innovating to ensure you always have the energy you need. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Farmers are constantly chasing more yield and greater consistency. Check out Mershman Seeds Power Core Enlist Corn. Here's Ben Pieper, our product manager.
Power Core Enlist corn hybrids are the fastest growing traits in growers' fields right now. Farmers know that we are choosing the right hybrids for the right acres to put more corn in their hopper at harvest. Combine that with Mershman Seeds starting line seed treatment, growers are finding that high yielding consistency that they're looking for.
Contact your local Mershman Seeds dealer today and ask them about Power Core Enlist Corn from Mershman Seeds, your friend in the field.
Hey Hawkeyes, this is Coach Ferentz. We're excited about the football season. Iowa Corn is pumped up for their season and their partnership with the Hawkeyes. When you drive to the game, support Iowa's corn farmers by selecting unleaded 88 at the pump. It's a fuel choice that's cheaper, homegrown, and better for the planet. It's worth the hype. Get pumped up with unleaded 88. Let's go Hawks.
Welcome back to Extreme Arena here in Coralville. I'm John Evans alongside Reagan Coyle. Boy, it has been all Badgers all the time here in the first two sets. 25-16 in the first. And after a very competitive first half of the set, Wisconsin decided to flex a little in the back half of set two and cruise to a 25-14 set two win.
Yeah, it has been all Wisconsin, and you know, in the numbers here, Wisconsin's hitting .329, Iowa hitting .029. Wisconsin siding out 64.5%, Iowa only 38.8%. So Iowa just having a really hard time putting anything together, really. And it starts with a pass, but then also I feel like there's been some miscommunication, maybe setter hitter miscues in the front row for Iowa. It's obviously also really difficult to hit against a block that Wisconsin puts up there as well. So it's not always on the hitter. And I hate to say it's one thing for Iowa right now, but kind of a mixture of a few things.
Well, yeah, I think you've got the Wisconsin defense particularly, even when Iowa has had good swings. You know, Una Viagic has 3 kills, 2 errors on 8 swings. She's hitting 125. And you think, oh yeah, you're doing a number on her. She has 11 digs.
Right.
I mean, so you're 6 foot outside, has 11 digs. She's out digging your libero right now if you're Wisconsin, because she's been in the right place. And again, not only has she been digging balls, but she's been putting them in position for Charlie then to run offense. And then when Charlie hasn't been in position, she's made some phenomenal sets. And Mimi Collier's got great rips. And Mimi has 13 kills on 29 swings, and she's hitting .310 after what was probably a little bit of an off night for her against Rutgers, where she only had 10 kills and I think hit 170 something. She's bounced back nicely. She's okay, Badger fans.
Yeah, and you know, if Iowa could find a way to hit around the Badger block, like you said, their defense is playing so well that it's probably going to find its way back up and back in system in transition for Wisconsin. Tough one to come back here for Iowa in the third, but really nothing to lose here. Just try to make it so Wisconsin isn't able to go on their long runs.
I think it starts with swing. You know,
yes.
be aggressive, take a shot at it. If you tip with a purpose. You know, be intentional with the tip. You'll see a little bit of a change. Allie Barrett now not in for the Hawkeyes. Greta Schleister. They've kind of exchanged that role back and forth as the year's gone along, and Greta will get an opportunity here. The junior from Germany by way of Syracuse. Iowa can get started here. Vijagic to serve. Schleister gets tested with a great ball to Amaral. Outside, McGrew is blocked though. That was Quest and Booth.
I like the swing by McGrew though.
Well, that was exactly what I asked for. Be more aggressive. Wherever you choose to go with conviction. 1-0 Badgers. Off the tape, Moisio diving play. Amaral right side to Varez. And she unfortunately sends it sailing out of bounds. Again, that's the ball you want if you're Iowa. Van Zant made an error earlier on one.
And she's got seam to hit through too.
Yeah, the block was late. It was a good set from Claire to throw off Booth chasing the ball. Floats it over McGrew. Not a good pass. Good ball outside. Varez throws it into the block. Amaral, good cover. Moisio. Varez inside the floor. She knocks it off of Vijagic. 2-1.
Good cross swing by Varez. As she was swinging that ball, you could hear Iowa's bench, somebody, swing!
Yeah.
Just take a swing. I like it.
Stojanovic to serve for the Hawks. Yeah, I think you proved through 2 sets that tipping's not going to work, so you might as well take a chance here. Furbringer chases it down. Quest on a tight ball. McGrew, good block. Amaral takes it. Schleister uses hands out to McGrew. Running tip. Vijagic, Booth. You're going to get somebody killed if you keep doing that. It's the short version.
Little middle on middle crime there. Stojanovic playing left back defense. Unable to get that one up.
Carter Booth with her 5th. 3-1 Badgers. Simon floats it at Schleister. Another good ball to Amaral. Right side to Varez. Through the seam that time. Boy, fastball into the net, and it comes off in play. Amaral behind McGrew. Swung it. Dug by Furbringer. Collier. Boy, it felt like Iowa's block got set that time, and Collier was still better. 4-1.
Just kind of a chop shot of a swing. Finds some space in between 1 and 6. Catches the defense a little off guard too, because she took a little bit off of it.
Simon again. Schleister tight ball saved by Amaral. Just tipped over. Right side Quest through the block, scores.
McGrew's back just a little bit too wide. She's out there kind of camping right on the antenna. That ball didn't get out far enough for Quest to really turn it line, so she needs to bring her block in just a little bit and take away some of the cross.
5-1 Iowa. Crowd trying to help the Hawks here just to get back in the set. Simon. Schleister, not a good one this time. Moisio outside McGrew. Off the block, dug by Simon. Cross to Collier. Powered it through the block again. Whittingstall and Varez kind of looking at each other talking, and Coach Barnes will call timeout already. 6-1 Badgers. Boy, Iowa just hasn't been able to start a set. And we'll get the timeout. 60 seconds. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
Life's busy. Quickstar makes it easier. From fresh hot coffee to delicious bakery treats and quick grab-and-go meals and snacks, we've got what you need when you're on the run. Top off your tank with Quickstar's fully guaranteed fuel to keep you moving. Plus, enjoy added perks like free ATMs and complimentary air for your tires. Convenience, savings, and a see you next time with a smile. We're your go-to for everything you need to keep your day on track, because your comfort and cravings deserve the best. Stop into Quickstar today.
Can you think of anything that costs the same today as it did 10 years ago? There isn't much. That is, unless you're a Mid-American Energy customer. Thanks to all the renewable energy we're generating, our customers pay nearly the same rate for electricity today as they did back when we were all singing, "Call Me Maybe." And with Mid-American making even more investments in clean energy, you can count on enjoying those same affordable rates for the next decade. Now that's obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
John Evans and Reagan Coyle walking on sunshine right now.
Sure.
Sure we are. (6-1) Badgers here as they're out quickly again in set 3. They have really imposed will and had far too many large scoring runs. Serve goes at Moisio. Good ball to Amaral. Across to McGrew. Through the block, covered by Whittingstall. Varez inside the court. Off the block, Vijagic. Collier tips it over. Boy, McGrew, you could see, she could see it, just couldn't get there because she has caught that fastball on the McGrew, on the Collier chop. So McGrew's going to leave. Hallie Stepanidis is going to come in.
Yeah, you don't see Collier tip the ball too often, but when she does, she's going to try to find a way to score.
5 straight again for the Badgers. Schleister, good ball to Amaral. Whittingstall. The Badger run ends there, so they've had 5, 6, 7, and 9. You're not gonna pull an upset if you're Iowa by giving up scoring runs that big. Warden now to serve. See if Iowa can just chip away here. Viagic, tight ball, Furbringer. Boy, that's a good set. Moisio. Amaral throws it to the corner. Viagic touches it. Everybody's denying she did, but she's the only one not this time. 7-3. Warden, good strong serve. Simon, great pass. All the way across. Collier, one-on-one. That's going to cause a problem.
Every time.
Every time.
Yeah, Collier really just rips it down the line.
Yeah, and Mimi actually chose line. She chose pure violence on the right back, but went to the line instead. Quest to serve, 8-3. Moisio, Amaral, slide to Whittingstall. Dug up back to the Iowa side. Warden uses hands. Amaral. Whittingstall misses wide. Well, you don't see her go that sharp cross very often.
Right, I think she was trying to find some, sharp cross there. Set kind of took her a little bit wide and off the net.
9-3. Moisio off the net. Amaral. Stepanidis first rip. Out of bounds. 10-3. I think that's and I know, and you can probably speak to this better than I can. When the other team has a big block, you're trying to do some different things. Wisconsin's only blocked 4 balls, though, for Iowa.
Right.
16 hitting errors for the Hawks, 4 blocks. Schleister, good ball to Amaral, pushed outside. Stepanidis sails it long, no touch again. Iowa saying there's a touch. Coach Barnes not wanting to challenge. 11-3. Good ball from Schleister. Amaral short set to Whittingstall. Boy, easy ball for Simon. Slide. Andrew powers it off the block.
Those are those easy balls that Iowa's sending over. It's too easy for Wisconsin to pick that up and be in system almost every time.
12-3 Badgers. Another 5-0 run from Wisconsin. Coach Barnes will use his last timeout. Will take 60 seconds. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
Farmers are constantly chasing more yield and greater consistency. Check out Mershman Seeds Power Core Enlist Corn. Here's Ben Pieper, our product manager.
Power Core Enlist corn hybrids are the fastest growing traits in growers' fields right now. Farmers know that we are choosing the right hybrids for the right acres to put more corn in their hopper at harvest. Combine that with Mershman Seeds starting line seed treatment, growers are finding that high yielding consistency that they're looking for.
Contact your local Mershman Seeds dealer today and ask them about Power Core Enlist Corn from Mershman Seeds, your friend in the field.
We love it when the Hawkeyes do their thing, because if there's anyone who can appreciate building a legacy, it's John Deere. We've been growing our team since 1837, recruiting the best thinkers, doers, and makers to craft innovations that outpace the competition. Because whether it's cultivating the earth with a tractor or reshaping it with a 40-ton excavator, the machines we build are building America. Nothing runs like a Deere.
John Evans and Reagan Coyle back here at Extreme Arena. Yeah, the Hawkeye players wanted to challenge a little bit ago, didn't get it. I might have won that challenge if they would have done it, but doesn't have it. But I guess to the point before Quest speed serves here, I guess she's going to go right when she gets it. So I'll ask you afterwards if we get time here. Quest fires the serve over again. Over the end line. So to the point, again, when there's that big block in front, I know you have to try to do something a little different, but you still have to keep the ball in, right? So you got to figure out how to swing and keep the ball in.
Definitely, yeah. Lots of service errors out tonight for Iowa's offense.
12-4. Marquardt sends the serve at Collier. Dumps it over. Boy, that wasn't the greatest pass ever, but Furbringer goes up, jump sets, pushes it over perfectly with two hands. 13-4. Addie Horner will come in for Mimi Collier now. She'll serve. Great serve. Warden, Amaral, Van Zandt. Charday gets the kill, 13-5.
Really solid cross-court swing from Van Zandt that we love seeing.
Collier will re-enter. And Hannah Whittingstall will serve for the Hawks. Right down the line, Collier, good pass. Outside, Viagic. Dug by Marquardt the first time, and then Viagic powers it right back into the seam again on the overpass, 14-5. Digs for Viagic.
Yeah, she's been great in the back row tonight.
Wardlow now to serve. Marquardt, great ball to Amaral. Outside, Van Zandt. Charday's dug up by Simon, chased down by Wardlow and knocked across. Marquardt, Amaral takes a swing, fires it off of a diving Collier.
Smart attack by Amaral. Wisconsin's defense was still getting reset after chasing that ball off the court a little bit. Block was not up on her, so took a rip on it.
Varez checks back in. Claire has 5. It's 14-6. Amaral sends a floater over at Simon. Great ball. Furbringer checked. Quest sends it just over the inline. Wisconsin thinks it was in. I don't think that
I don't think it was in, no. I don't think it even got a piece of the line.
Will get the challenge. We've had 3.
And they've been really quick, so.
Yeah, they've been really quick. We've had 3. They've all been successful, so both coaches have 2 challenges. We should have had 4, and it would have been really quick also, but ifs, buts, candy nuts, that sort of thing. Oh, boy, that was fast again. I didn't hear what he said, though. Oh, the ball was clearly out.
So, Ben, this is a record challenge night, though.
Yes.
I mean, they've all been
4 challenges.
very quick.
4 challenges, and I think we've spent 15 seconds at the monitor.
Yeah.
It's been very impressive. 14-7. Amaral serves it over again. The lefty pops it at Collier. Middle of the floor. Outside, Viagic. Misses wide. No touch. Couple of hitting errors for the Badgers. It's 14-8. Amaral. Collier. Viagic catches it that time.
That one had even a little bit more pace on it.
That had angry swing to it. She was inside the court a little bit more. Furbringer back to serve. 15-8 Badgers. Good strong serve. Marquardt though, good pass. Right side to Van Zandt. Off the block. Amaral takes it. Moisio uses a platform behind her. Varez from the left. Powers it high off the block and over Simon's head. 15-9.
Just high hands on that Varez swing. That's what you have to do with such a big block that Wisconsin puts up. Might not get a pretty bounce kill like you want, but nonetheless, it's a kill, and defense just can't track it down.
Van Zandt to serve for the Hawkeyes. Good ball from Simon. Booth. Boy, the timing wasn't there. Booth took the big windmill 6-12 swing and kind of fingertipped it over the block again, 16-9.
And Furbringer was way off the net. That's a really hard ball to force. Kind of hit that 30-31 ball as the middle. Really tough force by Furbringer, but with, Booth's long arm, like you said, she's able to make good contact with that.
Viagic, good serve. Iowa runs the system they want, but Varez is blocked by, and Wisconsin switched up the block a little bit. I think it catches Iowa a little off guard. Booth ends up on the left pin with that block. And
yeah, there was no line to be given on that swing.
17-9. Moisio, Amaral. That time Booth was in the middle and she was a little late. Iowa gets the kill there, 17-10.
I like going back to Varez on that swing, even though she got blocked the previous play. I like going back to her again just to give her another opportunity.
Stojanovic to serve for the Hawks. Sashka sends it cross. Collier, great ball. Booth. That one was better connected.
It was. Yeah, Whittingstall put up a really good block. She was up, pressed over the net before Booth contacted that ball. Booth just found some space around her.
Tosa Serafinowska comes into the front row. Ball comes over on the serve. Amaral chases it down. Varez from the right again gets the kill.
A good way to test if your middle's warm when she comes out on the court. Just see if she's ready to move pin to pin yet.
Varez has 7. 18-11. Alyssa Warden in, she'll serve. Good drop serve there, bad pass. Amaral dunks it right over Furbringer. 18-12 on the overpass. Warden again. Collier, better ball this time, middle of the floor. Back out to Collier, but behind her. The little fadeaway goes into the net. 18-13. Coach Sheffield angry at his squad, calls timeout. Iowa trails 18-13, timeout Wisconsin. 60 seconds. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
You asked for all the extreme internet performance at an all-in price, and we listened. Get 1 gig internet with a 2-year price lock and everything included. Unlimited data for non-stop streaming, powerful Wi-Fi for enhanced coverage, built-in online threat protection, and internet equipment. All for just $65 a month for 2 years. It's the extreme 1 gig internet deal you asked for. Call 844-4FASTER or visit extreme.com for details. Offer available to new customers only. Price doesn't include one-time charges, tax, and government fees.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 58 years. Oak Knoll is located near the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We are a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
We're back at Extreme Arena. 18-13, Wisconsin leads the third. I'm John Evans alongside Reagan Coyle. Iowa with 3 straight, battling back here just a bit. Alyssa Warden to serve. Good serve from Warden. Vajagic with a great pass. And that's a kill from Serafinowska. That one doesn't roll off the tongue quite the same way. Booth is a little easier on those quicks to hit than Serafinowska. Quest back to serve. She has been a demon from the service line. Moisio, good ball to Amaral, outside to Stepanidis. Hallie goes down the line and scores. 19-14.
Good swing to kind of get this crowd rocking again. A little bit of energy out there. A little bit more energy on the court on Iowa's side.
If you score a couple points here in a row, get it a little tighter before you get into the 20s too far. Marquardt sends it over. Bad pass from Vajagic. Platform to cross. Marquardt, Amaral. Chardet's blocked. Good cover from Amaral. Chardet will get another try. Blocked. Boy, what hustle from Furbringer. Collier. Warden gets it in the air. Van Zandt off the net. Oh. Van Zandt off the net, but into the net. 20-14.
That's too bad on the out-of-system box. Really good defensive effort by Warden and Moisio during that play. Couldn't get a good swing on it, but that's when you just have to control it. Either get a roll shot or a tip just to keep it in play.
Horner now to serve. Marquardt, great ball to Amaral. Middle attack to Van Zandt. Chardet rebounds, 20-15.
Yeah, bringing Van Zandt kind of in on that middle swing for like a quick one ball. Whittingstall behind her.
Whittingstall to serve. It's a good one. Collier, tight ball. Good block from Stojanovic. Outside. Vajagic, though, sharp cross, scores 21-15 Badgers.
Another one for Vajagic. I feel like she's hitting with a bit more pace this set.
She's up to 6 now. Again, I think I'm more impressed with the 14 digs. Wardlow comes in. And she fires it across. Marquardt, good ball to Amaral. She takes a swing. Booth, though, gets a piece. Outside. There's your power there from Vajagic. I understand what Claire's doing, but...
Taking swings?
Yeah, but...
Yeah, it's tough. Their defense is so good, so it's, it works to maybe get them out of system here and there, but they're able to do a lot out of system.
Amaral, slide to Stojanovic, dug up by Collier. Furbringer behind her, dug by Moisio, chased down by Amaral. Van Zant, that's a good ball there. She cuts it in front of Simon, actually cuts it in front of, that was Chan.
Really good hustle by Amaral. She had to work to get all the way across the court to try to give Van Zant a good ball. Gets her up out of system, good rip by Van Zant.
22-16, Varez is back in, Claire Amaral to serve. So you've got Miley Chan, Kristen Simon, and Yuna Vajagic to receive. Chan right on the tape, beautiful ball. Oh, great pancake there from Amaral as Booth just absolutely whiffed at the swing. But because she's 6'7", and can hang there, was able to get fingertips and nails over the block.
Just barely got a piece of it on her way down to make it a really tough ball to get up on Iowa side.
Furbringer now to serve. And she fires it off of Marquardt. And the 4th ace of the match will give match point to the Badgers. Marquardt, overpass, lookout. Carter Booth ends it on the overpass. This was all Badgers all the time today.
All Badgers all the time. They have a really solid squad this year. And they brought a lot of heat from the service line. And what they can do out of system is really impressive. They just have options everywhere on the court, really.
Yeah, I don't feel like 4 aces and 4 errors describe how well Wisconsin won the serve-receive battle. I mean, I thought they were very good at the line. We'll get, I think we'll get Coach Barnes here. Wisconsin hits 381 on the match. Just a handful. Iowa down at 068. Coach Barnes taking a glance at the stats there as he makes his way to me. You got me, Coach?
I do.
I'm not even sure where to start with that one. You ran into a good team that played really well. They started fast and put a ton of pressure on you right from the jump.
Yeah, you got to play your A game against a Wisconsin type team, and we didn't have it. Our hitters were just out of sync, and our offense was out of sync, and they made the game look easy. They played really solid and didn't make many mistakes, and there was times where they did make mistakes. Had we been playing solid ball, I think we could have taken advantage of it, but we just dug too big of a hole.
You and I talked a couple times about how it feels like sometimes the team gets into a little bit of a rut, maybe presses a little bit, and it felt like that because there were times where it's like, okay, I need to do something, and it was either maybe a too big of a swing, or I'm gonna tip this ball, and it ended up being right to someone. And as you mentioned, then Wisconsin running it in system back at you is just not a recipe to survive.
No, and they can get you in the front row and back row, and so we. As attacking, we just didn't execute, didn't hit aggressively off the tops of the corners, and stay aggressive that way. And we didn't make each other better. We didn't really better the ball at different times when we could have, and we didn't do a good job of putting the ball away in the middle. So we didn't have any of our offense really clicking to give us something. And they, I was talking, when they're out of system, they just get that ball up there and go swing high and hard. When we're out of system, we're just trying to keep it in. We got to match that aggression with their aggression, because they were out of system quite a bit. We served them pretty tough, and broke down their serve receive a number of times, but they had such huge leads it didn't matter.
Yeah, and there were some plays there where Furbringer would one-hand the ball up over the top, and all of a sudden Collier or Hawkeyes get a swing from the outside that was still pretty tough to deal with.
Yes, yeah, and that's what good teams do. They get you out of system a lot, and then they handle being out of system, really well. And we did not just handle the out of system very well.
Yeah, I was thinking the 4 aces, 4 errors for Wisconsin, 1 ace, 2 error for you. It feels like you've been higher in both through most of the year. And so it just. What do you tell your hitters? Wisconsin had 5 blocks. I asked Reagan this. Wisconsin had 5 blocks, but you made 20 hitting errors.
Yeah.
Kind of what are you trying to do to be, hey, if we're going to go down, let's go down with our best swing.
Right.
Like you said, let's give it a shot. So how are you trying to kind of get that out of them?
Yeah, I told them, ignore who's over there on the other side. Just play our normal game, because we're trying to avoid the block, like you said, and we're hitting it out. I go, challenge the corners of the block, and then we'll cover you if you didn't hit it right. But we can't do anything with balls flying out of bounds. And that's what Wisconsin does. A lot of people, they put up a big block, so they force them into hitting tougher shots. But you really don't have to hit tougher shots. You just got to hit flat and high and battle with them back and forth. And we just gave them too many points.
Well, I'll let you get into the locker room. I know we've the good news of the Big Ten is, right back at it. We'll head to Oregon and Washington this weekend.
Right.
So,
all right.
Thanks,
Thank
Coach.
you, John.
Coach Jim Barnes of your Iowa Hawkeyes. We'll get Reagan back here. Hi, Ms. Coyle.
Hello.
Yeah. How do you want to put a bow on that one?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Tough one to put a bow on. What a great Wisconsin team, though. They come in here and, they're good every year, but they're just so solid all around. Just no matter who they set the ball to. They have so many options. Front row, back row. Obviously, Collier is such a threat, and Furbringer moves the ball around really well. She stays offensive, too. Wisconsin's serve and pass game is very strong as well. So, that's a tough one. Iowa didn't have their spark tonight, I feel like. They looked like a little bit of a different team than what we saw against Maryland on Thursday night. I feel like they were more so playing not to lose. I kind of felt that tense vibe on the court tonight.
Yeah, there's a little bit more nervousness there, or as Coach Barnes said, trying to not make an error. And of course, as you ended up seeing, the more you try not to make an error, unfortunately, the more errors you make. Mimi Collier ends up with 17. She hits 343, 5 digs, 3 blocks. Carter Booth heated up. She had 9, 571 with her 4 blocks. And then it was Hawkeyes, Quest, and Andrew, all with 7 apiece. So really a good spread there from Wisconsin. Iowa led by Sharday Van Zandt. She had 8. Carmel Varez, 7. Claire Amaral with 6. Iowa just couldn't find enough offense as Charlie Furbringer throws around 38 assists. She has 8 digs as well. Claire Amaral with 19 assists. Iowa hits just .068 on the match. Mo Moisio, 11 digs, did a nice job in the back row, but Iowa just really couldn't even get anything going. Just 3 blocks, too. So, I mean, I guess that happens when the other team hits 381 on you. So it's you probably didn't block a whole lot of them. So,
right.
As I said, the good news is you get to regroup, and you don't really get to feel sorry for yourself very long, because the next one is Friday night, and it is Oregon, and Oregon just beat Penn State in Happy Valley. So you better be ready when you head out there. So
for sure. Here
we go. That'll do it for this afternoon from Extreme Arena here in Coralville. The Badgers take down the Hawks in straight sets by the score of 25-16, 25-14, and 25-16. Iowa will continue Big Ten play, as I said, on the road, heading to Eugene, Oregon for a matchup with the Ducks on Friday night, 8 o'clock Central Time. I'm John Evans for Reagan Coyle. Thanks for listening, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Go Hawks.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield, this has been Iowa Hawkeye Volleyball, presented by Quickstar. Also brought to you by Hyatt Regency, caring for people so they can be their best. Iowa Corn. You might think Iowa just grows corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. Brought to you by Iowa's corn farmers of the Iowa Corn Growers Association and the Iowa Corn Promotion Board. Homewood Suites and Home 2. Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels. The Iowa City Area Sports Commission. Your Iowa John Deere dealers. John Deere loves to see the Hawkeyes do their thing, because if anyone can appreciate building a legacy, it's Deere. Oak Knoll Retirement Community, University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. And by Wellmark. You're listening to healthy coverage of the Iowa Hawkeyes from Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation on the Hawkeye Sports Network.